Hello again. So we are in this series of little videos we've put together to help you understand missional communities and why we do them. And we wanted to look at the challenges and the comforts of missional community life. I'm letting go to start again. So I'll just share some of the challenges and Catherine will share some of the comforts. The first is that missional community life takes us out of the comfort and safety of what's familiar. During the pandemic we had to leave the church building for a while, and we began to meet in different places on Sundays, and that was uncomfortable for some. One of the other challenges is that we share our lives, and even the bad, the ugly bits, the bits we don't want normally people to see. We get to give up individualism and consumerism. We surrender that by inviting others to come and share our lives with us, and we are actually often are sharing life with people that might be very different to us, that might be uncomfortable. And finally, we make ourselves accountable to others, which can be uncomfortable and challenging because actually sometimes we don't want to change, and there are habits in our lives that others will see that they might challenge, and that can be uncomfortable and challenging.
So what are the comforts to counteract the challenge? Well, the first thing is that actually discipleship is far more effective when we go and meet with people that God has put on our heart, that people that the Spirit has led us to. We know that actually for people to come into a church service is hugely terrifying for most people who aren't used to church environments, but for us to go out and meet people in their own environments is a far more effective way of making disciples. There is something beautiful about sharing all of life too. We really value high authenticity. We want people to see the good, the bad and the ugly, but there is real beauty in journeying through life, the good bits and the tough bits, and praying for one another and encouraging one another and pointing each other to God, listening for one another. We give up our individualism, but it also means that we're then invited into family, where there is a commitment to one another's spiritual journey as well as our emotional journeys. Not one person should know no loneliness in a healthy church. We believe that we should be opening our homes, our families, our lives to one another, and to really learn what it is to live in fellowship together. And what does that look like? Well, it means inviting people even when your house is in a state. It means inviting them to do the dishes alongside you, or cooking a meal with them, or going for a dog walk. It's about all of life rather than mission and discipleship being a particular thing that you do at a particular time. And then of course the last one is that we make ourselves accountable to one another, and whilst that can be challenging and painful at times, it's also beautiful seeing that transformation as we strive to become more like Jesus, and we can see that transformation in each other but also in ourselves. And so if you're spiritually hungry to become more like Jesus, we'd really invite you to consider becoming part of a missional community, and come and talk to someone in the church about it. We'd love to get to know you.
It is